Alrighty, yeah. Let's go. It's a new day, y'all. Back again with trade ideas for the day of 10/6/22. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. You know exactly what it do. Nas 100 to kick it off. Let's go ahead and clean our charts up, remove the drawings. And as we can see, we're starting to see some upward price momentum. Oh, yeah. So check this out. Boom. We finally had a break. What we're going to go now is to the 4 hour, maybe the 3 hour actually. Let's start checking all these obscure time frames. 3 hour, yeah, you could say that's on the daily, but on the 3 hour, you could see something even more right here. It broke up, boom, came down, and broke back up again. So right now, we are trading right in here on the 3 hour. Let's go ahead and refine that down on the 1 hour time frame. Boom, beautiful. Now we have a particular area that we can trade. Now, if you recall, when we were on the 3 hour right here, this was actually in B because it was validated by this break, and it's a wick break, so maybe not the extremely strongest, maybe not the strongest overall, but indeed, it could be a signal for us to go ahead and take a trade. So let's continue to look. 30-minute, we can go ahead and refine it all the way down to here. Yeah, you can refine it down to there, and I mean we're only 0.44, so I mean I think this could end up going either way. I mean ultimately I think we can end this week bullish for sure. So let's go to the weekly. Last week we ended up bearish, and now we're pushing bullish. So yeah, it looks like we're probably going to end this week pretty bullish. Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at this price here. Let's go to the 15-minute. See what we got going on. Had a breakdown. We don't really have any structure. I mean, we had some small candlestick structure in here. You see breaks, potentially seeing turnarounds. Let's go ahead and go down to the 5-minute and see what it looks like. Zoom in a bit more on this price action. And it looks like, yeah, we came down here. Let's go ahead and get our draw tool. Oh, let's actually do this first. So we have right here, bam, came up, we broke that high right there. So then this is the low. We want to see this high broken or the low, right? We finally break below over here. Let's see, right here. So if we break that, then possibly we have zones up here. And then we see another break and possibly have zones up here. So on a 5-minute, we could be looking at something like this. That was the first time it broke. And this is just very ugly. But if we're trying to give ourselves a reason to go short before going long, which is that's a pretty significant drop right there. But it looks like we're actually playing around in this area. It looks like it's a nice little area here. But we ultimately want to see a break. So let's go ahead and look for a short up here. Come on. Uh-oh. I can't search. Lag. You ever have that computer lag where you type in something in the search bar, and it takes 8 years to go ahead and bring up the program that you're looking for? Just had one of those moments, y'all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call this a supply zone. Let's go supply zone. Boom. Hit create. Great. So now we have a area that we want to go ahead and look for trades off of. Once it goes and hits that alert, we can go ahead and confirm on lower time frame. So let's go ahead and look at the euro now. Let's go to a 1 day. Looks like we obviously all week we've been pretty bullish. We've been trying to go up and actually reclaim a dollar. It looks like around this area. I mean, it looks like we're slightly starting to fall off, or maybe just even pulling back. Let's go to the 3 hour, maybe the 6 hour, maybe the 12 hour, actually, half a day. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're up in the zone right now, so we could see this. We saw this MB validated by this breaker structure here. So we could see that, or we could see it come a bit higher and mitigate that. You might say, Brandon, well, how are we going to get up there? Looks quite the ways, my friend. And I would tell you, yeah, you're right. It does look quite the ways. So how do we get up there then? That's a great question. And it looks like, I mean, we're in this area right now. It looks like we're having a pullback, but ultimately, let's see what we got. Yeah, price. We got money flow in the green. We had a nice, yeah. Maybe we come back down. We come back down in here somewhere, and so maybe like around this area, or even right here, this little stopping action. But what we want to go ahead and do first is see where price action was. And we want to make sure that there's actually a zone there to trade off of. So 6 hour, I'm not really seeing anything. Let's go to the 3 hour. I mean, if you go down to the 3 hour, you can start to see a bit more. So you see, came down, price came down really, boom, slight pullback. And you could argue it broke there, came up, boom, 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 right, boom, boom, and then gone. So maybe something like that, potentially. I mean, we're only down 0.2%. So let's continue to go down. Let's go down to the 1 hour and see what's going on here. Nothing really that looks that great here. As always, like in traditional fashion, the euro just, in my opinion, starts to look like dog shit. But that's just my opinion, right? So the only thing I can really see, and this is a result of this MB here. So we have this MB, and it was broken. Right, structure was broken. Oh my goodness, the lag. I need a new computer. All right, so yeah, so structure was broken there. You can see that MB there, and we potentially have an unmitigated zone right here inside of this MB. So if I drag this over here, you can see. So we could potentially see trades off of this zone to go higher. And that's really what I'm going to look for. Let's go ahead and put an alert there. Boom. Let's call this man zone. Boom. Good to go, y'all. Good to go. All right, that's the euro. And quite frank, let's go to the daily. Yeah, I mean, look, you got money flow starting to cross up, and I'd imagine we get some little small pullback, and we could potentially see, some bullish price action for some time, possibly, right? 12 hour just printed a red dot. 6 hour still coming down on a 6 hour. 3 hour looks like we could still be coming down a little bit, but the money flows in the green here. 1 hour, 30-minute. Yeah, we'll just leave this. We'll leave it. Let's go to the 15-minute, see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to get into a bearish rhythm. So you got all this, you still got this technically. So you could say you got like something like this. You got all this liquidity lying under here. It hasn't been ran yet. So why not run it? And if we're thinking that, then now in traditional fashion, I'm not a pro by any means, but I like doing this. It's fun. So let's go on to the 5-minute. Like, let's look what we're immediately doing now with the idea that we're going down. So what would we want to see if we were going down? Well, I like You see these equal highs. It finally broke down right here. So it finally broke down right there. Where did that come from? That down move came from this up move up here. So I want to see that. Now, of course, this entire area, right? Because it glided up. And it didn't break until all the way down over here. So, you could take it for what you will. A lot of this looks mitigated. You could say maybe it comes all the way back up to like a 90% mitigation of that MB, which would be all the way up here. But I'd be willing to look for some shorts, a nice 1-to-1 off of this particular zone here. I mean, why not continue down? I mean, what is that move? Let's go ahead and check it real quick. What is this move? That might be a stretch for today. I mean, we're at 0.03%. For it to move 80% in the day or 0.80% in the day, I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen. Actually, I'm almost skeptical of that happening. But, probably will take some time and play around for a bit. All right, great. That's the euro. So let's go ahead and look at gold. What's gold doing? Gold is doing some stuff. Let's go ahead and do this first. Top down. I mean, we've just seen last few days bullish, 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 bullish. Actually, really the last week. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, the last week we started to have a turnaround. We came down here. We started to push back up to this week's thus far. It's been a really bullish week. So then let's go ahead and go to the 3-day. And if we're looking local, this was the last MB here. What caused that break? And it looks like what caused the break, which is really this, in my opinion, this zone here. Everything else really looks like it's been mitigated at the open or, mostly mitigated. That looks like the most logical to me. But let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit, get a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, I mean, that still looks mitigated too. Potentially, you know what? On the daily, right here, this particular zone, I like that actually. I like that. It opened and dropped off. We might have something, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies too, sorry. More inclusive language. My apologies there. I want y'all to watch this too because if y'all are profitable, that's great. That means more people profitable in the world. Okay, so 6 hour. I mean, again, we see this huge turnaround. We're starting to see some stopping action here. I mean, if we were going to see a pullback, like let's look down here on the 6 hour. We see more breaks of structure again. Break of structure. Ooh, you see that comes down. You could argue just a very small break of structure right here, and then we see it bounce up, and if we were to go bullish, I'd say I want to look for price there. So let's go to the 3 hour. Let's continue to zoom in and see what we got. Yeah, bounce, come up. Looks like this zone is mitigated. I mean, it looks just like this 3 hour zone would be perfect. So let's go to our 1 hour. Yeah, price. Maybe, I mean, this doesn't look very good as you start to go down lower, but you could see this. You could actually refine it up to this area here. Could say that. Let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah, we could use something like that. You could actually say this right here. Take that entire area. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna name this the Le Demand Zone, right? Great times. Demand zone. Boom. All right, cool. So now we have a nice little zone. Maybe we're expecting it to go down. Let's actually see. Price action comes up, right? Bam, down, up, and really it's just playing around. Hasn't really done anything. Hmm. If you're making a case, let's not make the case though, because you could say that. You could say we're coming back in here to tap in to go higher already. Hmm. Let's just give it some time and see what happens. Bitcoin, good old Bitcoin. We won't do Bitcoin because I'm not gonna trade Bitcoin today. So, anyways, that's been my analysis and my breakdown for the pairs that I'm gonna be trading today, which are the Nas 100 or the Euro USD or potentially gold. And these are all potential trades, right? We want to see it tap into zones and give us confirmations before we even hit the button. So let's look at some stocks real quick. Costco, Adobe's been going up $296 right now. Man, that is quite the price for Adobe. Is Adobe even good, bro? Looks like we had a slight turnaround. And this is a 15-minute. It's interesting when you see this. So we could go up to the daily, we go to the weekly. I mean, again, the weekly just looks pretty bullish. To trace pretty far. We go to the 3-day, 1 day. We still haven't retraced back very much into that gap zone. Let's go to the 6 hour. Yeah, I think we could be seeing, as you can see, we have our blue money wave, our blue wave starting to curl over. So we could potentially see it start to come back down into here and maybe mitigate the zone. Starting to break up higher though. So I mean, we could be shooting for a target in here, but I want to see it come down to here first. But we could see, everything is looking like it's slightly on the turnaround. It comes back down and makes prints another green dot to go a bit higher. Potentially seeing it run at least these highs here. These are equal highs right here. You can see. So why not run those and then potentially see it mitigate in some zone up here before going lower? And that's really the case that you don't really have a lot of confidence in this particular pair. So, anyways, I hope you learned something from this today, y'all. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what you learned. Let me know what particular strategy you're trading and what you're back testing and journaling every single day. And hit the like, dislike button, depending on what you thought of the video. And last but certainly not least, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you continue to get more videos like this, get the notifications of when I drop a video so you can keep up to date with B Phil's journey and potentially augment your own. So with that being said, I really appreciate y'all for watching this video today, and y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.